So, welcome back to the vlog, video, diary, YouTube channel. Welcome back to the channel. How are you? So, I've just been waking up. Just woke up. Looking at this um, thing. Anyway, uh, why do I always do this when the Golden Girls is on? It's like I have shiny ball syndrome. Like it's Dorothy. I gotta look at Dorothy. So, this is not going to be. I'm going to do my best to relate it to education, but this is kind of my response to surviving R. Kelly. And there's so many elements of education in this that, I don't feel that it's totally inappropriate to talk about this on a teacher page because, you know, mm, teachers pass through people's lives, and he had teachers, and there was even one of his teachers on the documentary. So, and in fact, watching the doc, it was a 3 night series. It was 2 hours each night, so it's 6 hours. And really, if you watched it, you felt like you just came through. Like each night I watched it and woke up the next day, I felt like I was waking up from a hangover. Like I honestly feel drunk. Like what in the name of God was going on in that world? Like, oh my God. I mean, the entertainment business period is full of debauchery and bullshit. It is. And as much as we all want to be in it, if we were really in it, it would destroy us. It destroys almost everybody that it comes in contact with. I mean, think about the real stars. It destroys them in some way. They sell their souls for the money, and it ain't cute. So, but so many layers. And I brought back my um, blog talk radio show. So if you're watching this today is Sunday, January 6th. It's about 9 in the morning. But if you're watching today and you see this today, later on this evening, I'll be doing my blog talk radio show about 5 o'clock. And the title of that is going to be Surviving the Black Community. Because that's really what the show is about. That's really what that show was about. Surviving the Black community. We let too much slide. I mean, I don't even know where to start or where to begin to talk about this because that shit was like a 20-layer cake. And there's so many layers to unpack. And I just kept going back to this thought. He was able to keep that many girls locked up and away from their families for that long of a period of time. The young girls, and now he does it with women over 18. So now the police ain't coming for you because if you're over 18, you're of the age of consent. You can do what you want, and if nobody's reporting your murder or death, if there's no crime, there's no crime that they know about, they're not coming. He knows it now, so now he's in his 50s dealing with 20-year-olds. So now ain't nobody gonna fuck with me no more. Excuse my language, but you know how it is. If I'm a woman, I can't say certain things. But now ain't nobody gonna bother me no more about teenage girls because now everybody's over 20. Everybody's over 18. So 19, 20, 21. He haven't even had one lady that was 35 at some point. Like, so now that I'm a man in my 50s, because I'm like 47 and I know he's a few years older than me. So he is about 50, if not like 52 or something, 53. So he's a man in his mid 50s. Now dealing with 20-year-olds, so now it's not illegal to deal with a 20-year-old, but I'm still dealing with a woman that's 30 years my junior. And I'm still dealing with a woman who's still very young in the mind, still very impressionable. She's just not underage anymore. But the point is, each night watching, I just got so sick. And there's so many layers. Fatherlessness. You know, nobody in the conversation had a real dad. Nobody. And even on the last night when the parents who said they were, at the door trying to find him, trying to do something like, even looking at them like, yeah, I appreciate you going to fight for your daughter to get him out of it, but he had the three sets of parents that we saw on the last night of the show with three sets of parents. He's been doing this for 25 years. He's been holding girls hostage in hotels and in homes and cars, and he's been keeping girls with him all. You're right. And before he got in trouble, they were underage. How are you 14, 15, 16, and you're away from home for months at a time without a parent? Yep. And here come everybody, and I get it. I get it. When you think back over when you think back over the entertainment industry period, most of the people that we liked or still like became famous in their teens. So it's actually not super uncommon, but at least when we were younger, you had to have parental permission, you had to have a chaperone, you had to have somebody with you. He had these girls completely by themselves, taken away from a family, in hotels, rooms, waiting. I mean, it's just so many parts of this, and it's like, let's just erase all that for a minute. Let's just ignore. I'm not going to say ignore. Let's put that on the shelf. He married Aaliyah Houghton, pop singer, R&B singer, beautiful. She died in a plane crash in 2001. He married her at 15, got her pregnant and married her at 15. He did that in our face. And we all let it go. We all just and I don't even know. And the thing is, when all that happened, it was like, there's a rumor that he married a 15-year-old, that said she was 18, but she was only 15. So there's this rumor. But then everybody found the marriage certificate, and his name was on it. And her name was on it. Like, city and county records are not lies. They are what they are. Like, so people found the marriage license. People found all of it. It's like, and then it was annulled, and then it was just taken away out of our sight. Like, we heard about it. It was a rumor. We saw the marriage license. It got annulled. Done. So we all forgot and kept going. Like, we just kept going. Like, we heard it. But now looking back on it, he did that in our face. Like, he was right in our face. All of his songs are overtly sexual. A good portion of his songs are overtly sexual. And then he makes 2 or 3 decent songs about humanity and I miss you and Christ and I can fly and I'm a champion. I'm the greatest. And then we, again, just forget all the debauchery. But the point is, he had in the documentary, his school teacher was on there. His music teacher was there. And she said, I told him, and I kept telling him, and whenever I dealt with him, I told him, you're doing too much. You're going too far. And it just got to me like, of course, to be the teacher that I am, we're all teachers here. Immediately, my mind went to, this is why you got to stop telling us to raise people's kids. That woman was 100% honest with him. Your music is too sexually suggestive. You're doing too much. You're going too far. You shouldn't be hanging out of high school. She told him. Did he listen? No, he did what he wanted to do. And all the people around him that helped him and supported him and helped create him. It's like everybody in the scenario is guilty. And I'm looking at, like, it was 2 young ladies, Javante and Sparkle. And I recognize they were victims of him too. So I don't want to be, and at first I was kind of hard on them, but my thing is, Javante knew what he was because she happened to walk in on him having sex with Aaliyah. Those aren't isolated incidents. He had sex with a 15-year-old. You saw him. It's what he does. You were 15 on the tour bus, laying in the bed. You were 15 on the tour bus with a grown man and a bunch of teenage girls. Y'all were goofing off and playing. Y'all ended up running and said, she was like, we were playing on the school. We were kids. I mean, they were kids. They were playing around on the tour bus. And They were running around and made a mistake and opened the door and literally caught him and Aaliyah having sex in a very, she's like, in a way that just upset her, that made her stomach hurt. Like, so you watched him have sex with a 15-year-old. You also said that you had a friend that he was having sex with bent over in the studio. And yet you didn't think he would do that to Sparkle's niece? Yeah. It's like, and same with Sparkle. Like, oh, because he didn't do it to you, Sparkle, you thought you could protect her. But see, we found out later that it wasn't really Sparkle's issue. Sparkle's brother, the girl's father, or brother-in-law, or the girl's father, worked for R. Kelly. So that's really how the girl got into his graces. That was his child, and he wanted to work for R. Kelly. He wanted to make that money, and he probably sold his daughter out. And Sparkle thought she could stop it, and she couldn't. So it's like, but Sparkle was the one that introduced them all to him because she had a career, you know. So it's like, I'm mad at her, but I'm not. You thought you could handle it, and it got out of control. But you've been in his life for 20 something years, Sparkle. You knew what he was too. So, he didn't do it to you for some reason. I don't know why he didn't do it to you, but he did it to everybody else. And just the number of women, that continue to date him after all these allegations and all this stuff. I don't care. If you got 801 allegations about sexual misconduct with young girls and young women, I'm not going nowhere near your ass. I don't care. But see, and I don't want people to think I put myself down. I swear I don't. In life, I've never been considered the pretty girl. I've never been. So most men overlook me. I'm not that girl. And I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, because I don't think the prettier girls have fared any better. It's like men who consider a certain look to be pretty or gorgeous, they prey on those women, and yeah, they'll lie to me to get me to do something. And I'll be like, really? And then they'll walk away because, well, I ain't cute enough anyway. So I said no, so they can go find somebody. Here's the point. I don't know to be happy or sad that I wasn't considered a pretty girl, because the things that those girls went through, mm, 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 I couldn't even imagine. And again, to bring it back to education, unfathered, unparented children. This is why I'm stressed out. This is why I'm in a class dealing with all this BS. It's like they're little now, but they're on some level they're not being parented properly, and that's why they're violent towards me and each other. And then what does it grow up to be? What is the Pied Piper of R&B who's out here raping little girls? Unparented, poorly parented, unloved children. And he molested, and who knows what else went on in the house when R. Kelly and his brothers and sisters were little. Who had teachers and people in school and different things, who told him to be better, do better, look better, act better. And yet he didn't listen. And what was going on in his life as a child that even made him think that all of his behaviors were okay. And then once he became a star and he was paying people, yes, man, I can pay you to say yes. He paid his people around him. He paid the women. Everybody's so star hungry and money hungry, and poverty will make you lose your mind. So does this connect to education? Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody in the scenario is a poorly educated person. Almost everybody in the scenario was either not educated or undereducated. So, I just wonder who's, you look, I'm looking around my room like, who's the R. Kelly in my room? Who's going to grow up to be fantastically famous and amazing, but behind the scenes, be a molester? I mean, like, and to say kids don't lie is a damn lie. Kids lie. I mean, I've been going through it all. She said she did. I ain't said shit to you. I don't know where the hell you getting that from. I said that? What day, what hour? Not me. So to say they lie, yeah, they will lie about their behaviors, but kids won't lie about their emotions. You need to watch your children. For real. Don't back down because they get annoyed. They'll get annoyed and upset and mad and, oh, you're going to drive them away. Whatever. Whatever. Parents be so afraid to say the wrong thing. Say the wrong thing, say the right thing. Say something. Say something. You know, children and young girls and young boys are impressionable. And predators are looking for an opening. They are. Be all over your kid. Don't give a fuck how they feel. Honestly, fuck their feelings. Real talk, fuck their feelings. Go through their shit. Really. There's too many people out here looking for the opportunity. The one couple whose daughter, they took the girl to an R. Kelly concert. He snatched that girl right up out of their faces. Pulled her on stage, was dancing with her, took her backstage. They went backstage to find her. They couldn't find her. He got her out of there so fast and took her to a hotel, and she was auditioning. The second she turned 18, she left them and went to go be with R. Kelly. But that's because your ass, real talk, that's because you went to a concert. That's because you still want to step in the name of love instead of believing what you heard, that he messes with young girls. The shit is true. We saw a video. He married Aaliyah. The video and the marriage of Aaliyah was our evidence in our faces. But you took your daughter to a concert, to a man that you know messes with young girls. But y'all out there stepping in the name of love. And it was okay because we were there. You didn't belong there, and neither did she. And I'm not blaming y'all for, it's like, again, you don't want to blame people for R. Kelly's behavior, but I'm just saying, nothing I would have would ever be in the room with that. And it's just so many layers. I can't even, I don't even have enough space on my card right now. There's a new phone again. And it's funny to me that my old phones mess up. This is a sidebar, y'all. My old phone was messing up, wouldn't stay charged, wouldn't do anything. I couldn't get a new battery. They're like, well, you got to upgrade your phone. Like, nah, they won't even sell batteries no more. You have to upgrade your phone. So I had to get a new one. Guess what? The old one started working again. Like, why does that happen? Like, it wouldn't charge. It kept going on and off. It kept doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it just wouldn't work. So I'm thinking, okay, new battery because the charge won't stay, Mm-mm. The old one's sitting there right now at 100%. All my pictures, everything came back. Like, why does that happen? Right after you get a new, this is ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm on a new phone right now. I don't know when this is going to cut me off, but yeah, it was 3 nights. It was on Lifetime. It was 2 hours each night. And I'm telling you, I feel hungover. And if you still listen to his music, you're wrong. If you're still defending him, you're wrong. And I understand male apologists because y'all do that. Because every one of you has done something like that. Every one of you has been in a bad relationship with a woman and mistreated her. So on some level, you've done some R. Kelly shit. I call it R. Kelly shit. You've done that. So the male apologists, yeah, you go and apologize for them because you've done it. The women apologists, no matter how we look, every woman has been tried. On some level, in some way, we've been tried. The misogyny, the sexism, the classism, the racism, all the isms, we've been tried. We've been tried. We've been put down by a man. We've had a guy try to get at us. We've been tried. Most of us have been tried in a real negative way by a man. And quite a few of us are only 1 degree away from a woman or boy, girl or boy who's been raped or molested. 1 degree away. We have somebody in our immediate family who has been hurt that way. But you out here apologizing for R. Kelly. Turn off the damn music. Mute R. Kelly. Stop all of it. And you know what? I know we can't mute everything he's done. He worked with so many people. We'd have to mute half the artists on the radio. I get it. But his direct music, mute that shit. Stop it. Join the movement. Join all the movements to silence him and cut it out. Cut it out. He deserves no more of our time. And yep, you're right. Lou Rawls beat his wife. David Ruffin beat all his girlfriends. James Brown beat his girlfriends. Marvin Gaye married his, I think, third wife or second or third wife when she was a teenager. The industry does this. Elvis Presley was 21. Priscilla was 16. Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin. This is the system. We need to overhaul the entire system. We do. So I'm not going to keep going on and on. You know, everything is related. Everything is cyclical. Everything is connected. You know, we have to raise our children better. We do. I mean, real talk. I'm sure R. Kelly's is glad that his mother wasn't allowed to see this. I mean, really, imagine if his mother had to watch that. You know, so it's like one molested, hurt child pretty much destroyed his entire community with his behavior. You all got us. We got to stop. We got to stop, y'all. Good luck. I mean, God bless. Good luck and God bless us all. We got to stop. We got to stop supporting these people blindly. We got to stop running to the racism card because really 90% of what we go through is racism. That 10% is on us. And I only give it 10 because most of what we go through is racism. And the rest of it is a byproduct of racism. So, you know, social economical oppression that leads to certain behaviors, that leads to this thirst for money, power, and dominance because you come from nothing. Believe me, it's all a cycle. It's all connected. And yep, post-traumatic slavery disorder is real. You know, I mean, the layers to this is beyond deep. It's beyond deep. You know, these behaviors were bred into us. They were. So I can't keep going on because it's just too much to unpack. I don't even have the space on here. Too much to unpack. So just tell me what you think in the comments. And my radio show comes on tonight, www.blogtalkradio.com/more than just apples. And the title of tonight's show is Surviving the Black Community. Because this is a big mirror. That series is a big mirror to our community to wake the hell up and quit supporting these crazy. It doesn't matter. I don't have time to ride or die for your blackness if everything else about you is killing me. I don't have time to ride or die for your blackness. I am a black person. I was born that way. I can't help how I was born. You know, social construct or not, you know, I was born with darker skin, and more than likely I'm a descendant of the African continent. You know, got it. My descendants come from that continent. I'm a descendant from the motherland. I get all that. I don't have time to ride and die for your blackness when you're killing me. You know, this isn't talking against black men or my people or I don't know anything or, you know, the system created, whatever. Real talk, I ain't never bought an R. Kelly song. I ain't never bought his music. I listened. You know, I'm 47, so he and I are in the same generation. You know, them first few years when the trial came, when the allegations came out, definitely, ease up off of it. If I heard it, okay, but I didn't play it. Once the trial happened, the video and all that shit happened, closed. And once I heard his ex-wife's testimony, nah, son. I'm side-eyeing everybody that's listening to him. Once I heard her story, now I'm cool. I'm cool. And now I've heard her story and these other girls, shit. You out your mind for playing that goddamn music. You are. You have the right to like what you like and be who you are, but you out your mind on that shit. Okay? You have a mental disorder. Okay? If you still playing this music, you mentally touched. Okay? I'm judging, whatever. So I know you're gonna drop down in the comments. And my favorite thumbs down people, be brave, thumbs downers. Give me a comment. Why do you thumbs down me? Give me a comment. Be brave. Don't be a little punk hiding behind a video, thumbs down at me. Be brave and tell me why you're doing it. I'd love to hear from you. So this isn't a usual teacher video, but I had to come on and rap to y'all because I feel hungover. I really do. The last 3 nights I feel hungover, like I have been drinking, and I am hungover, and I ain't had a damn thing to drink. So we gotta talk about this black family. We gotta talk about it. And believe me, everything's related. So believe me, How does it relate to education? This is a big old education on how we sweep a whole lot of behavior under the rug to be entertained. That's where the education in this comes from. So thank you for listening. God bless. And only a tribe can understand your vibe. Surviving the Black community tonight at 5, this afternoon at 5 p.m. Blog Talk Radio, www.blogtalkradio.com/more than just apples. The title of my entire show is Come and Pour the Tea with Me. So come and pour the tea with me tonight at 5. Thank you and have a great day.